Hi, everyone. I'm going to start my presentation today with two quick stories. I'm going to take you back to the 9th of January, 2007. I don't know how many of you might have been there, but I know I was there. I was in the second row. I was in a conference room about 10 times the size of this, but I was there for a very important day. It was the day that I feel that technology was sprung in a new direction forever. I think as consumers, we can agree that this was a major, major day in history. It was the day that this gentleman pulled out that iPhone for the first time and showed the world what was possible with technology, how we could bring together seemingly disparate technology verticals, coalesce them inside of one operating system, and make the world come into your pocket. But really what happened that day was that we saw a spring of an ecosystem that continues to this day to grow exponentially, but is always brought back to the fact that there is a common operating system that sits underneath it. Because as consumers, everyone's pockets right now has one of these phones in it, but everyone's phone has different applications on it because we're individual and we're unique. So now we have our day-to-day lives in our pocket. Fast forward 13 years, I was on a phone call with a gentleman who was interviewing me for this job. And he said, "Steve, tell me a bit more about that day. Why it was so magical for you?" And I said, because I had never seen how disruption could really happen on this kind of scale before. And he said to me, really, really interesting, because the hospitality space where I come from is dying for something like that. That moment where we can actually bring together a very fragmented technology landscape and bring it all together into one place. And he had just gotten off the phone with the CEO of one of the major hotel chains who told him that they had 65 vendors stuffed together to make their technology stack work, and that it was just unsustainable. At that point, I said, "Sorry, who am I talking to? Because we haven't actually introduced ourselves." And he said, "I'm the former CEO of Booking.com, and I want to build this with you." Welcome to Operto. Operto is the Italian verb to open. We started our journey very much in access control systems, but we have grown to be so much more. We've built a hospitality platform that drives world-class guest experiences. We've concentrated on helping the guest. We've concentrated on helping how operations can run, and we've made that in a very memorable way for the guests so that they can enjoy their stay because they're a unique individual. One of our major things that we do at Operto is we have very, very, very deep integrations with a very large variety of IoT partners, something that no one else in the market has. That is our moat per se. So we're an IoT company first with software that powers it. This allows our customers to build very unique tech stacks that no one else can build. So we can take partners from all over the world, bring them together, they can talk to each other through Operto, and we can make sure that their tech stack is as unique as the guests that they serve. So a robust operating system and IoT excellence. This was just released by Hospitality Tech Report a few months ago, this crazy map of all the technology providers out there, right? Operto plays in a few of those buckets. We do not play in a lot of them. We don't intend to. We're growing. We're starting to play in operations, guest experience, a little bit of marketing. We are not a PMS, and we're never coming after the PMSs, but it's somewhere that we look at closely. At the heart of our business is our Connect platform, which connects all of those IoT partners together. We talk to the guest directly through guest communications, upselling, cross-selling. We've got Teams, which is operations, housekeeping, all the back-of-house things that happen. The technology layer, of course, is very important to us. We can connect systems together, and Boost I'll come back to in a second. So from booking to checkout, we can take care of the guest, pre-stay, in-stay, and post-stay, which is very exciting for us. It's been a really long year for us over the last 24 months for me. We've moved from short-term rentals. We're now doing everything, apart hotels, small chains, big chains. It's been really great. Everything from one door to a core, whose digital key program we now power. We're now at 40,000 doors, over 100 countries. We've had 1,400% growth, and we continue to grow every month like this. 2 series, almost $40 million raised of venture funding. If anyone needs some advice on how to raise money, let me know. Innovation drives our growth. We are very excited to announce this product. Operto Boost is something that allows us to actually retrofit old hotel locks and give them second life so that we don't have to throw them away onto the landfills. We can take an old lock, we can put our chips in, and it gives them second life. RFID can turn into Bluetooth, and we can enable a digital guest journey that wasn't possible using old locks. Version 2 is coming soon. We'll be able to control offline air conditioning units, offline thermostats, water flow, again, contributing to more sustainable stays for our guests, the results of which you can have meaningful changes to the energy savings of your business. We've been scooping up some awards along the way, but the thing I'm most proud about for our company is that we have assembled an incredible team. Yes, we have Darren, who used to be the CEO of Booking.com. We've recently brought Sam Shank on, who is the CEO of Hotel Tonight, who is the head of commercial at Airbnb. We've got an amazing team. We have funding, and we're growing like crazy. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
I'll take that. Sit here.
Have a seat. And focus group, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Well done. Way to
All
kick us
green,
off. A
thumbs
lot
up.
of greens. Who wants to jump in first? Kurt?
I can definitely start.
Yeah, sure.
We all know it's very complex, the travel industry itself. And in order to boost and to basically make a difference, the cost of implementation is a big thing. So it's actually pretty clever to say, okay, we just use the existing logs and just being able to upgrade instead of like pushing them to make a big change for them. So
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to give you, we're going to wait here. We're going to have some discussion here first, and then we'll go back to Steve. So anyone else want to jump in on that? Pierre?
Yeah, love the industry, love the space. I'm very familiar with its fragmentation and technology and also operators. I think you guys are well funded, you guys have a nice product, so you're probably well positioned to build the commercial platform to go and take on that opportunity. I wish I had seen some more metric slides, but yeah, looks promising.
Well, we'll ask him about metrics as we go back to him. Anyone else want to jump in?
Do you really qualify yourself as an OS? Like, it sounds a bit weird for me. Like, OS doesn't sound very familiar to the crowd.
Sorry. Yep.
I think I'll agree with what you had said down below me here. The ability to implement quickly and augment the user experience at the properties, I think is super important. I think with the staffing issues that folks are having and the inability to kind of get things going, I think that something like this can really help a hotel property compete quickly.
Jan?
with the growth you have, I mean, how do you cope with your own organizational growth?
For sure.
Anyone else? Natalie?
Yeah, I just asked, is my mic on? I just asked, like, finally, from a pricing perspective, once you've got a hotel, you've got those rooms you've capped out, how do you continue to grow your revenue in that space?
Yeah.
What do those
All right.
additional channels look like?
Thank you. Thank you, focus group. So, you know, you describe yourself as an operating system. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've architected Operto to be through SDKs, through basically this way we've built it from day one, that when a new partner comes to us and we realize that they have value inside of our ecosystem, the integration is very, very quick. And we actually sit with a lot of our partners and we sit on their product roadmap planning so that we know when they're developing new features, before they even come out, Operto knows about them so that we can start to integrate and put them into play for our customers. So we're right there at the planning level with a lot of our partners, which is very unique.
How about scaling your organization as you scale your customer base? That's probably a big challenge.
I was the 10th employee 24 months ago. We're at 140 now. Really, really difficult. We bought a company in Spain, so we have 2 offices. Yeah, it becomes more difficult. Now I don't know everyone's names in the company. Before I knew. But I think that just putting in good systems, making sure that people know their jobs, that we're all rowing the boat in the right direction is very key, and they know what they're doing.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Steve.